Hi everybody, I'm Patrick Dockry. In my life, I have worn many hats and tasted many flavors. As I travel the world, I get to know today's most interesting celebrities, cook and dine with some of the finest chefs of our time, and experience the latest trends in beauty and fashion. Along the way, I pursued my passion for health and fitness and acquired some of the most innovative wellness strategies. And now, I want to share all of this with you. So come along on this amazing journey, and together we will experience a world of health, beauty, and life. On this week's show, we spend time with international racing superstar Danica Patrick to talk about her career on the track and her personal mission to bring awareness to drive for COPD. Then, we're in the kitchen with the apprentice all-star, Brande Roderick, as she prepares a healthy and delicious dinner. Also, I'm going to share some of my personal health secrets, along with a few cutting-edge healing techniques with Dr. Andrew Specht. Now, let's meet Danica Patrick. Well, here we are today with the lovely Danica Patrick. Thanks for having us in your busy schedule.
No problem.
I want to know, how did you get started? I know it's generally considered to be a man's sport, you know, racing, but how did you get started?
Go-karts. Not like the fun car tracks, but real go-karts, racing. There was somebody that we grew up in the neighborhood with that raced go-karts, so we went out and looked at their go-karts, went to the racetrack, checked it out, and decided that it looked fun.
So did you fall in love with it right away?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, my very first time in the go-kart, actually, we were in a parking lot and driving around in circles. My brake pedal fell to the floor and I went head on into a wall. It didn't scare me though for some reason, and I got good pretty quick.
So then from go-karts, you got a little faster, right?
Well, you know, progressive, you know, as you make steps up, it obviously gets faster. So you start off with a little 5-horsepower engine that does 40 miles an hour, and you graduate to Indy cars that do 240 miles an hour. So I went to England when I was 16, and I was there for 3 years racing cars, and my commitment caught the eye of Bobby Rahal, who owned an IndyCar team. He hired me to drive his Formula Atlantic car, which was, in fact, actually, he didn't even have a team. So he put a team together and put me in the car, and after 2 years of that, I started racing Indy cars.
What was it like the first time you jumped into the Indy car?
Let's see, the first time in an Indy car was, I think it was at Kentucky. And I was, they were like, take it easy, don't worry, no rush. I think I was flat out by like lap number 7 or something, So when the car is comfortable, it's comfortable. And when it's not, you just can't drive past that. That's when accidents happen. So I learned that pretty early.
And people don't realize driving is tough on your body.
Hydration is key, and especially with the summer we had, it was extremely hot summer. So I probably asked more questions about it too late in the season after I was like, man, I got out of the car and I just feel dizzy and you don't feel good. But hydration is about, you have to keep it up all the time. So, during the week it's really important to stay hydrated, and then salt's important and carbohydrates important. All those things that make you look lean and svelte, they are also what helps you put the water back on that is important for driving a car. And it's always most important to do the job before anything else.
Well, you're in a hostile environment. I'm working 120 degrees, 130 degrees in that car.
Yeah, it is.
You got to be tough.
I was thinking more about the cars around me that was hostile.
Oh, well, that too, right?
Yeah.
But they don't bang into you, right? They love you. They let you give you a pass, right?
Yeah, is that what you think?
Yeah. Not really, huh?
No, it's, you have to earn everybody's respect. So that comes from kind of wheel-to-wheel competition.
You're also in a video, I guess. There was a video you did?
And it was called Fastest Girl in Town. So it was with Miranda Lambert. And so we steal cars in the video. Oh. So it's pretty cool. We're badass chicks. Can I say that?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Why not? Yeah. You are. You are a badass.
We are anyway.
Yeah,
So we just basically played ourselves.
Well, there's something that we're here to talk about too that's really near and dear to me as well as you. It's COPD, and you're associated with driveforcopd.org.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's an awareness campaign that I've been a part of since the beginning of its origin, which was the beginning of 2010. COPD has trucks that they send all over the country, and in particular to NASCAR events that are screening trucks that help people out with whether or not they might be at risk for COPD. See, the problem is that of the 24 million people that have it, only half know it. So it deserves this awareness, and for people to start to understand what the signs and symptoms are.
COPD is the 4th leading cause of death in the U.S. It kills 1 person every 4 minutes, and it took my grandmother.
I know personally you've had family members that have been exposed or that have COPD. My dad too. Yeah, my dad's experiencing it now. So.
How old was your dad?
Well, my dad's still alive, and you know, he's 81 now, going on 82.
Wow.
But it slows you down. People don't realize it starts and it progresses, and it really slows you down, and it's tough to see.
Right.
You know, but catching it early, I guess you can do some preventative things, and early is important.
It is. I mean, early detection is the key for everything. So thank God for technology and science and allowing people options for if they do have something wrong with them, that they can take care of it best. And of course, the ultimate goal is to find a cure. The thing with my grandma is that not only is it sad to see, but it affects everybody around you. So if you don't think that it's worth doing something about for yourself, then think about the people around you that are going to end up watching you suffer, perhaps seeing you die too young, and then having to take care of you.
Well, where can people go for more information?
Driveforcopd.org is where they can go. They can find the 5-question screener there and all the information they need to learn more.
Yeah, and thank you so much for doing the good work with COPD. It's great. I'm so glad that people of your stature that have your celebrity are taking that and using it for something good.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And thank you very much. And until next time, just remember to
enjoy.
We'll be right back with superstar model, actress, and author Brande Roderick. All right, we're back in the kitchen with Brande Roderick. Well, everybody, here we are as promised in Brande's kitchen, and she is going to show us some amazing cooking skills.
Oh gosh, pressure. I don't know if they're that amazing.
Well, your little boy seems to think so. I mean,
yes,
he's over there.
Yes, he actually likes it, which is weird that a little boy, a little 8-month-old would like salmon, but he does.
He's a healthy eater, and I noticed he looks like he eats real well, so Mom's doing good.
He's a good eater.
So let's get started. Tell us what we're going to do here.
I want to start with asparagus.
Okay.
And what I like to do is...
This is a special technique, by the way.
Yes, very secret.
Oh, yes, it is.
I usually get just a big Ziploc bag, and I would say I pour probably about a tablespoon of olive oil in a bag.
Looks about right.
And if you keep that open, it's nice having help. I usually don't have help, so this is kind of cool. I take some sea salt.
Just use me.
And I grind it in here really good.
Okay.
And, sorry.
Very good.
I like to get a little...
Looks good.
Organic garlic powder.
Yummy.
Just a little bit of that in there.
Yum.
And real minced garlic. Just a little bit of that in there too.
Yummy.
For chunkiness.
Garlic's my friend.
I always wash them with veggie wash beforehand to get off any of those last minute pesticides. And you get exercise while you're doing it instead of that.
Yeah, shake weight. Yeah, the shake weight.
This is your shake weight.
There you go. It's the asparagus shake weight, right?
And then we just
lay them out.
Right now I'm just going to do some Parmesan, but whatever your favorite cheese is, just sprinkle it on top.
Very good.
And then we're going to put it in about 400 for 20 minutes, depending on your oven and how much you have. So it could be 15 minutes, but
all right. Well, we'll keep an eye on it.
And we'll keep an eye on it.
Then your next item is salmon.
One little trick that I like to do so you don't eat too much fat, but you need your omega-3s.
Sure.
I use one of these things. I got it actually at Ross, Dress for Less, in their little home department, but you can get this probably at Bed Bath & Beyond. And
a lot of places.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're pumping
and here's
it.
See, I exercise.
This kid, she likes to cook and pump at the same time.
I really
shake weights, pumping. How are your arms? Let me see those arms. Damn, they're tight. Oh, that's the better one? Yeah, okay.
That's when I'm pumping.
Feels like a steel cable.
Okay, so then we just do a little sea salt. Just a little sea salt, not a whole lot.
We love sea salt.
Where's my garlic?
A little more garlic, huh? It adds flavor and very few calories. And it's healthy, and it helps purify your blood, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So you're getting that fork and spreading that garlic, just give it a nice little flavor.
And you don't have to use capers. You could use dill. So I'm gonna do some with both.
And you know that capers are just basically big peppercorns that are marinated, basically. So, oh hi, how you doing? Missed you.
What are you doing to my capers?
I was just mentioning how beautifully you laid these out, you know?
So, one other last little thing.
Lemon. Beautiful.
And it's this is about 350, around 20 minutes,
Okay.
give or take again.
All right.
Okay, now we're gonna do some salad.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Brande. Okay, welcome back. It's almost time to taste Brande's delicious creation.
I like to do just like a mixed baby green
Okay.
and also baby butter lettuce. And I just all I do is buy the pre-packaged little packets and I mix it together and
here we have it.
Cleaned. Yes.
All prepared, ready to go, looking wonderful.
It's really simple. I usually buy the marinated mozzarella balls so they have flavor in them and you could just cut them up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, and then I have some nice peppers.
Peppers, yes.
These were already cut, so you can cut them any way you want. I kind of sometimes like to do long strips. It depends on how you like to eat
Sure.
your peppers.
Well, these are diced in little cube shapes, so however you'd like to do it.
Yeah, and it makes for nice color.
And then I noticed you have some other peppers in there, some yellow pepper in there as well.
Red, yellow, and orange, but don't use green.
Not for this dish.
Nope. And then also you can either just use regular little cherry tomatoes like this, or you can again get the ones that are marinated. And my favorite,
avocados.
Yes.
Well, you know, in California, you got to have those avocados, huh?
This salad is made of mixed greens and butter lettuce, and then we put some peppers in it, orange, red, yellow, no green peppers, just all the colorful, nice ones. Some cherry tomatoes, marinated mozzarella, and my favorite, avocado.
It's beautiful. And now we're going to make a dressing.
What you're going to do is it's equal parts olive oil.
Okay.
Which I've got, this is what I always use, so I've got my little cheat sheet here. So, for instance, 4 ounces of olive oil, which that's a lot. You don't want to use that much unless you're having over like 6 people.
Well, you have some friends over there watching, so you know.
They want to eat.
They want to eat.
And balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
Equal parts.
Very good.
This is a little spray one because I also spray it on my asparagus at the end sometimes.
Ooh, nice.
If you like that.
Oh yeah, flavor is good.
And then go to my 8 ounces here.
Okay.
And the secret, which a very wise Italian man taught me, is a pinch of sugar. But that's more than a pinch.
You know what? You're so sweet. Why don't you stick your pinky in there and we'll be all done.
Aww.
I had to say that once in my life.
One.
Hey, how you doing? Hey,
Joey,
doll.
where's my donut?
Hey.
3 pinches, okay, for this amount. And all you do is you just you put in as much as that's going to be the flavor you want. It's not a lot. It's just a little tiny bit, so it's not going to be like tons of calories.
Absolutely.
You're talking about a couple of calories.
Sure.
And
okay, and we're going to put on a little later, or what do you think?
What I do is I have people put it on themselves so they can put on as much as they want.
You're damn good. So that's going here.
That's what I like.
So we're ready.
To do. So if you have time, you can cook a really good whole grain gluten-free rice. But the only issue is it takes like 50 minutes, so that's the only problem with that. But if you're on the go, then these are a great alternative. They don't taste as good as this, but it's a good alternative. It's organic brown rice, whole grain, and you get it at Costco, and you get them in big packs.
Nice.
All you do is peel it back. You don't add any water or anything. You pop it in the oven for 90 seconds. It's done.
Look at this. It's like poetry in motion. We're working together.
I always like to take from the top because I like all the goodies.
Okay. Well, I love it.
There we go. And I like to grab a little caper.
Okay, me too. I'll get a little salmon.
It's perfect.
That's really good. For me. And I'm glad you put dill and caper on mine.
Yeah.
Because I like it with both.
I like it with both.
It's awesome.
Now I'm going to have to do that. I like it with both.
You know what? Not only am I good looking, I have a brain.
You actually have a brain up there.
I know. You thought I was all...
You were all looked.
I know.
You got your cheese in there because you got your cheese and tomato.
Cheese, tomato. I'm a professional, kid.
All right.
Perfect, right?
You like that?
I love it. Not only is it healthy, it's beautiful, colorful, and just fantastic. And it was fast. So, you know, when you guys have something going on, you're on the run, but you still want to eat healthy, this is a great recommendation. Well, thanks, Brande.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Thanks for spending the day with us. You're the best.
Thank you.
Aw, that's the hug part.
Again sometime.
Let's do it anytime. Well, everybody, until next time, just remember to enjoy. Coming up next, we'll learn some real innovative healing techniques with Dr. Andrew Specht. Okay, welcome back. Let's meet Dr. Specht. Hi everybody, today we're here in Encinitas, California with Dr. Andrew Specht. And you know, I've known you for years and years and years. You've been treating me successfully, and I just wanted to share with my audience how amazing you are.
Thank you.
So, yeah, well, you know, I know you love the praise because you deserve it.
Good to see you.
Yep. And you know, when I come in here, oftentimes, you know, it's for a variety of things. Sometimes it could be from a cold to an injury. I mean, I've had a severe knee injury. I've had you know, nutritional problems, intestinal problems, and you're a one-stop shop. Today I'm coming in. I have a little something going on with my arm, doing some pull-ups.
So tell me a little bit more about that. When did that start? How long ago?
Well, it's been about a couple of weeks, and what has happened is as I'm doing my pull-ups, I noticed that this hand and this grip and this area right here kind of gives me a little pain, and it's kind of weak. I can't like pull myself up.
What I want to do first, though, is kind of back out a little bit, and I want to do sort of some general checking of you to make sure that your computer's like booted up and online. There's like one thing in particular, a certain test called the Iliacus test for the Ileocecal valve that we want to do first to make sure that's okay.
Okay, sounds good. You guys are in for a real treat. This is an amazing situation here. It can change your life. So, guess now you get to see my secrets. We started the exam with a manual muscle test, which works as an indicator to see if my ileocecal valve is in proper order. Described as the guard gateway between the small and large intestines, if the ileocecal valve is not operating correctly, digestive disturbances can occur, which affects the entire body. Dr. Specht moved on to testing specific muscles in my right arm utilizing clinical kinesiology methods.
So we have an idea of some muscles that are not working in this area. So when you're going to do a pull-up, your brain is trying to engage those, and similar to what it is like here, it can't do that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a general test. I'm going to use this arm over here, which doesn't have any problems, to be an indicator for what's going on over here. Okay. So what happens is if I take my fingers and I touch on the muscles that I know are weak because I just did that testing before, like the biceps, okay, nothing shows up there. It's not quite ready. It's not the ready one to be fixed. And but if I touch right here, if I touch you right here and you try to hold as hard as you can't hold it, you know.
Through these tests, Dr. Specht isolated 3 individual muscles that were dysfunctional and very weak. For each of these 3 affected muscles, Dr. Specht quickly conducted a series of tests to determine if there were any systemic underlying causes for the muscle imbalances.
That there's some points in the inside corners of the eye which are called BMI points, which is body memory indicators. And what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to take that hand, and if you take these 2 fingers and put them in the corners of your eyes, inside deep in the corners, and then I retest this muscle. This is asking your body, do you need homeopathy or homeopathic help in order for this muscle to stay strong? And if it were to weaken, you would, and you don't. And now we're going to try the thumb and the index finger. Okay. And what these are, this asks your body if you need some herbs of some sort. Just one more time. Okay, and that's okay too.
Great.
Now we're going to put the last 2 fingers in the corners of your eyes. And then hold this right here. And this asks your body if there's a nutritional requirement. Each of the muscles actually has a nutrient that goes along with it. Okay, and that one is weak.
Yeah, it is.
So that means that you actually do need some sort of a nutrient for that muscle.
It just went weak again. That's crazy.
Yeah, and only on that one thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dr. Specht uses many methods of treatment, including applied kinesiology, clinical kinesiology, active release technique, neuroemotional technique, acupressure, and deep tissue work, as well as traditional chiropractic adjustments. Along with these established techniques, Dr. Specht also uses several modern-day technologies, such as in my case, he elected to use a device called a K-laser. A K-laser puts photons into the motor point of the muscle, which is where the nerve enters the muscle points. The photons follow the nerves through the body, and then corrects the circuits so the muscle can work again. He treated specific points in the muscles and then retested my arm to ensure that they were working correctly.
Patrick, so here's what I have in my pharmacy.
Okay.
There's a couple of nutrients that might help this particular muscle.
All right.
So what I want you to do is I want you to take that hand there, put those last 2 fingers in the corners of your eyes again.
Okay, sure.
Okay. And then I'm going to retest this. I'm going to push this down here. You resist it. Okay. And so now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this. This is a magnet. Okay. And what it does is it takes the energetics of anything that's underneath it and drives it into your body so I can muscle test it. So put the 2 fingers in the corners of your eyes again.
Sure.
And so we'll notice, hold this right here, there's a magnet on you now. Yeah. So let's test those fingers here. This is so that's where it's weak. So so what I'm showing here also is that the but there's no change that's caused by, and hold this right here, there's no change caused by just having a magnet on you. But if I put the substance underneath the magnet, the energy is driven in. So this works like an amplifier, you know, and it'll play anything. An amplifier will play country western music. It'll play, you know, classical. Doesn't care what it's playing. So this same way, it's got an invisible magnetic field, and it just drives the energy into your body. Your body can read it, and so yeah, same fingers. Okay. And we'll try another one. We'll see if there's more than one that you need. And usually there's not. So if you try this here, there's nobody home. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you take this, because this is called neuroplex.
Okay. In the end, Dr. Specht treated 3 particular muscles, recommended a nutritional supplement to help maintain the balance of the muscles, reset the body by stimulating specific spinal points, and then isolated the probable dietary cause of the issue. Well, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. And, you know, everybody, this is an amazing man here. He's helped me out a lot in my life, and I hope that just these little things that we've shown you today make a big difference for you. And until next time, just remember to enjoy. Okay, welcome back. Thank you to all of our guests on this week's show. To Danica Patrick for making us aware of her efforts with Drive for COPD. To Brande Roderick for whipping up the delicious and healthy meal. And to Dr. Andrew Specht for sharing his innovative healing techniques and technologies. On next week's show, we'll spend one amazingly beautiful day in Vancouver, British Columbia. We'll meet Chef Harley Darnell. We'll experience some innovative skincare and muscle stimulation techniques with America's favorite dermatologist, Dr. Tess Mauricio. Just remember to enjoy.